What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. It's Friday. Happy Friday to you all. Hope everybody is seeing this video is in a good spirit. If you're not, hopefully by the end of the video, you will be in good spirits. Okay, honey? So let's talk about what's on the blog, girl. Okay?
I sponsor the blog.
Let me tell you something.
Let's see. It says Tennessee cop who slept with 6 male colleagues has been offered $10,000 to perform at a strip club after being fired from her job. Even though her husband came out and said that she had mental health issues, she's probably in a self-harming phase of her mental health issues, and that's why she's having sex. Do y'all know that a lot of the times that when these women and men are promiscuous and just fucking everybody uncontrollably, it's a form of self-harm because they're in some type of mental health crisis? Y'all know that, right? If you didn't know it, look it up, search it. A lot of the times that's what is happening. Her husband came out and said she has some mental health issues. I'm not sure why. And also I think it's kind of effed up that she's the center of this because she was having the sex, but there was men having sex with her too, and we don't hear nothing about them. It's almost like she's the focus. I think that's kind of weird too, but I think it's kind of effed up that they're offering her money to strip, and she's not a stripper. She's in a mental health crisis, and she's promiscuous because of it, and she's self-harming because of it. So it's like, what? Like, what are you doing? Oh, let's figure out how we can exploit this woman in her mental health crisis because she's had sex with everybody at the job. And what? That doesn't even make sense to me. It says, this is from Hollywood Unlocked. Socialites. Do you remember the Tennessee female cop who made national headlines early this month after being fired for sleeping with at least 6 of her male colleagues? What happened to the male colleagues? It's like, it's so weird that she's the one that makes the headlines, as if these men were not having sex with her. So weird. Well, she might be out of a job, but according to reports, Megan Hall has just landed herself an offer to perform at a strip club for 10 stacks, girl. According to the Scoop Nashville, Regional Director Michael Durham of the Deja Vu Showgirls in Tennessee heard about Hall's not so appropriate behavior and thinks she'd make a great fit at the Gentlemen's Club. Having proposed a $5,000 offer for 2 shows, Durham said that while he understands the moral outrage from people, Hall has ultimately been left out of a job and thinks this will be a great financial move for her. We want her at Deja Vu Nashville on March 17th, 2 shows, $5,000 per show, she said. The date will mark the club's 34th anniversary, so if Hall accepts the offer, it would certainly be a night to remember. No word on whether she's shown interest yet, but considering she has been fired from her job at the Lavergne police department, $10,000 for 2 days doesn't sound too bad. I think that's whack. I think it's whack that she's the spotlight of the story. I think it's whack that somebody offered her $10,000 to strip, knowing when her husband came out and said she has mental health issues. I think it's whack. All right, let's see what else. Let me see what I saved. Hold on, let's go to what I saved. Amber Rose shares her thoughts on men as she claims she won't ever date again. They're pretty disgusting out there. I want to be single for the rest of my life. And she'll probably live a long life being single. Probably live a longer life. Yep. And this is from Hollywood Unlocked. Amber Rose says she's given up on dating and doesn't plan on sharing her life with another man ever again. Her bold statement was made during a recent appearance on Sophia with an F podcast, where she candidly talked about what dating has been like for her and why she believes that being in a relationship with men these days is simply out of the question. It's worse than ever, she expressed. They're pretty disgusting out there. They're fucking gross. Like, I want to be single for the rest of my life. Rose further explained that she doesn't want to share her house or life with anyone, nor does she plan on welcoming any man around her kids. Most of all, though, she says, I don't want to have sex. It's so gross. I don't want it. Rose has been in a number of high-profile relationships from Kanye West, 21 Savage, Wiz Khalifa, and AE, whom she famously called out for allegedly cheating on her with at least 12 different women. The pair called it quits in the summer of 2021. While she hasn't been publicly linked to anyone since then, it appears as if Mother plans to keep it that way. The comments, let me tell you something. When a woman no longer centers men, other men and women short circuit. They literally lose their shit. Especially a woman who called herself a slut and a hoe or whatever. When she says she don't want to fuck with men no more, people don't know how to react. Listen to some of these comments. Listen to some of these comments. What you put into the universe is what you attract. I agree. Men like each other, I believe. Well, I feel you. Women dating guys, pockets, and dudes dating women's bodies. No one is single. It's always may the best person win. Going on single for 3 years. I'm good. I can do it all by myself. People would get further if they acknowledge their hand in who they chose. But you also have to, this is what you have to, when you do that choose better thing, you have to remember the lot and the marketplace where the woman is choosing from. If I walk into a market and everything in the produce area is rotten or about to rot, and I have no other choice, and that's the only market I can go to, I'm going to, but a person is going to pick what is available to them. What's wrong with Wiz Khalifa? What's wrong with 21 Savage? What's wrong with Kanye West? What's wrong with AE? All of these men come from all different backgrounds, all different states, all different upbringings. How is it her fault that she chose these men and these men are who they are? If I pick up the apple and it's rotten, I'm responsible for picking up the apple. I'm picking up the apple this way, looks fine. On the other end, it's rotten, it's molded, there's worms coming out of it. Now I'm to blame from the lot of apples that I chose from when all of the fucking apples are molded, are rotting, have holes in them. You have to think about the lot that the woman is choosing from. Stop telling women choose better, choose better. Think about where she's choosing from, the lot. And you can't tell me that thousands, millions of women are picking from the same marketplace and picking up the same fucking rotten apple. You cannot tell me that. You can tell me that all of these apples, the orchard is rotten. Everywhere they're delivering apples and the women are picking the apples, the orchard it came from, they came in there fucked up, rotten, and socialized fucking weird. That's the problem. So you got to think, now it's not the woman choosing, it's the lot she's choosing from. You go to a used car lot and you pick a car, and you go in and the person sells you a car, you're gonna tell them, oh, you should have chose a different car, and the car starts breaking down. This is the fucking car, the cars I had to choose from. A lot of these fucking, the orchard is tainted. So you have to be very careful when you pick from the apple tree or from the basket of apples in the market. You better look around and inspect that motherfucker. Cut it open so you can see what's inside. Because the outside, maybe, you know how they shine the apples up? They shine those apples up, don't they? They are shiny, put wax on them to give you a false appearance, right? But you need to cut in that motherfucker to make sure ain't no goddamn worms in there. But I'll tell you one goddamn thing, the orchard is tainted, sweetheart. Stop telling people they didn't choose right. But guess what these women are doing? They're choosing themselves, and y'all can't take it. They've decided they don't want no fucking apples anymore, and y'all, well, yes, she should have chose better. Guess what? I'm going to choose better, and I'm going to choose me. Period. And that's what a lot of women are doing. I have another post after this where Kelahni says she's never really fucking liked men. She's always thought something was wrong. Why are I'm not having these successful relationships with the men? She fell into an ideology that she was supposed to be with men, which a lot of women do. Google compulsory heterosexuality. Go Google it when we're done with this video and read up on it. Because you always talk about the gay agenda, but be mindful of the heterosexual agenda. Because a lot of women and men are participating in structures that don't serve them, and they can't fucking understand why are none of my relationships working. Because your ass should be with the man and your ass should be with the woman. Or your ass shouldn't be with nobody because you really deep down not attracted to either. Interesting, coming from mother of a slut walk, which encourages women to be sexually promiscuous. No, it promoted women not being shamed of being sexual people, not being ashamed of being forward and forthright and transparent with your sexuality. That's what that was for. If people cannot shame people for wanting to sleep with multiple people, this and that, call them a slut, what she was doing was taking what you were trying to shame her with, kind of like nigga. She was taking the word and trying to empower people by not being ashamed by being called a slut. Y'all know what she was trying to do. Stop dating your type. Maybe have a conversation with someone you wouldn't normally have one with. Sometimes what you need doesn't look like what you want. Let's not blame the men. Most women be knowing that the man is taken, and they love to see a woman hurt because somebody hurt them, and women start respecting they self. Men would have no choice but to fall in line. But hey, that's a fairy tale. Dating these days is very, very weird and scary. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. It is a high risk. It's a high risk participation. Like if you decide to participate in that, please know your risk. It's very high, and with intimate partner violence, long handle spoons, arm's length, long handle spoons, because this is killing people out here every 4.8 hours, okay? It's definitely E. coli in the dating pool. I think a lot of us feel that way, but just won't say it. Exactly, because you've been socialized to believe that you're supposed to be with a man. So you, like, again, spending your entire life looking for a man to spend the rest of your life with. And the truth is, you probably don't even fucking like them. But you've been socialized to believe that that's what you want. Read it up. Go read up. Go read up. Look at a couple of YouTube videos on it. It'll explain, and it'll probably open the shutters on a lot of you women and men. Go look at it. I would have never broke up with Wiz. Basically, she reached her washed up limit and it's over. All y'all city girls take note. But let me tell you something. If you feel like she's washed up and she's taking note, she's young enough to spend the rest of her life free of the bullshit. Free of it. Free of it. And will probably live a long, long time. That's what y'all don't fucking realize. When these niggas out here, oh, you gonna be alone. You gonna be alone. You gonna be alone. Yes. And healthy and thriving and in community with other men and women who are living and thriving. Y'all think that the only fulfilling relationship is supposed to be a sexual partner? That's the only fulfilling relationship you think a person can have? People have friends, their families. I don't understand this. But the truth is, they are afraid of being alone. If you opt out of this shit, who do they have to partner with? Who do they have to terrorize if you opt out? They don't have nobody to terrorize. So let's do the next thing. Okay, look, they talking about they don't want to deal with men anymore. You gonna be alone? You gonna have cats? What else? What else can we tell them? You gonna be alone? You gonna have cats? What else? What else can we tell them, y'all? They don't even have another fucking script to read from. They They don't even have another fucking script. It's you gonna be alone. You gonna have cats. You hit the wall, honey. Come to the wall. It's a party over here. It's better than being 6 feet under before 60. Hello? Hello? Girl, Amber, just focus on yourself. You're entertaining the wrong type of men. There are good men out there. Many women overlook the good ones as being too boring or soft. You know what? And those good guys that keep getting overlooked, they're listening to Andrew Tate and upset because no woman really wants to fuck with them because they're really the good guy, but they have some awkward social behaviors. They don't really know how to relate to women. And they're like mad and resentful, right? So I have to go get money. I have to go get cars so I can actually attract the women that want cars and money. But I'm still resentful to these bitches because I know if I didn't have the cars and the money, these bitches wouldn't give me the time of day. Hello, academics. Hello, academics. You attract what you are. Stop playing victim and be accountable. Again, that's it. Oh, be accountable. Be accountable. Yes, the accountability looks like, guess what? I'm done with you niggas. I'm going to hold myself accountable and know that my well-being, my mental health, physical health, emotional health, spiritual health is much better when I'm not in proximity to a socialized man who has weird ideologies on how to relate to women. I live longer. We live longer. Mrs. Slutwalk is mad men are treating her like one. Just own it and enjoy the deed, child. And then here goes Kelahni.
Don't only have relationships with men.
I don't have any relationships with men anymore. I've been out as a lesbian for 2 years.
Two years now. How has that changed your life and your romance and everything? I want to ask you about the differences between dating men.
Oh, there's so many differences. I quite frankly just thought like maybe I was like broken and like I wasn't like the ability to dissociate in a relationship and during sex and with connection. And I thought maybe I had just like been through too much or like I wasn't meeting the right people, or I kept trying and like I was idealizing all the connections I was making. Like this is great. And I kept getting to this point in these relationships where I was like, something is wrong, you know? And it's even beyond like the heartbreaks that were happening. Like it was beyond like what people like being cheated on or like these things that were happening in the relationship. I was going through these things long before that was even happening. I'd get cheated on, the relationship would be over, and I'd be like, damn, like 3 months ago, I was already like, what is happening? Why don't I want to have sex? Why don't I feel that deeply? Like, why am I losing this spark that I had initially? Am I just like a freaky conqueror complex, have an ass? Like, I'm just doing this to see if I can. Then my therapist was like, how do you feel about women? I was like, if a girl looks at me, I'm going to melt into a puddle.
No way.
Or like I would have conversations with other people who liked women. We felt the same way, but I could not say those things about men. And she was like, you ever thought that maybe you're just gay? I was like, yeah, you're right. Actually, probably.
What a funny way to get there.
Let me read some of the comments. Some of the comments even said her therapist is brainwashing her. Like when you don't, for a lot of women, they really are, their entire focus is men. Like they don't know how to extract that out and decenter men and look at men as the last priority. The man is the first priority. So when they hear women say, I don't want to deal with men anymore, I'm lesbian, I don't like men, or when I'm asexual or whatever, I don't, you know, because I promise you, a lot of women participate in these structures, men and women are participating in these structures, and they don't even like men. They don't even like women sexually attracted. You hear that guy, Tahoe, was on that show talking about, what do you like when the girl asked him, what do you like, what else do you like about women outside of sex? And he was like, And he's like, because I'm sexually attracted to women. Are you, with all that hate? Are you sexually attracted to women? No, you're told that you're sexually attracted to women. You're given images that you're told you're sexually attracted to women. You don't really like women. So it's a lot of men running around fucking women and they don't even like women. And a lot of you have experienced that. A lot of you have. You have. You've experienced being in a relationship with a man and then realizing this motherfucker doesn't even like women. I've had that experience several times. I say about 2 or 3 times. I've had that experience where I like sit back and listen to what he's talking about. I'm like, you don't even like women. But you're told that you're supposed to be sexually attracted to women because you don't want to be gay. But then you spend so much time with your homeboys. You get your emotional connection from your homeboys and your physical needs satisfied by some wet hole. And they really don't want to be around you. They really don't fucking like you. And women don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. But the women who have accepted it and say, you know what? I'm in these fucking relationships with guys, and then like I idealize the idea of this man. I idealize this man. He doesn't, measure up to what he says he is or who he says he is. He's disrespectful. He has no self-control. He has no integrity. He's dishonorable. He doesn't honor his word or honor his commitments. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? Why do I continue to do this with a group of men who have been socialized, literally socialized, to hate women in a patriarchy? But then when you decide, I don't need this shit anymore, now it's, oh, you gonna be alone. You gonna be having cats. You need to take accountability. Accountability looks like removing what doesn't bring me peace and harmony and thriving in other areas. That's what it looks like. And a lot of women, they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do, especially women. When you tell a woman to decenter a man, oh, you just been hurt and you just been this. No, boo-boo. The way they've been socialized is not cool. If you meet a man who has leaned into his socialization, you guarantee he has a latent hatred for women. Just listen. That's why I was telling y'all to listen to the way these niggas talk about Tory and Megan. Listen to them. And they'll tell you how they feel about women. Listen. And then you have to ask yourself, why are you laying down with a man who doesn't like women? He's only using you for your holes, sweetie. But nobody, you have to reside in cognitive dissonance in order for a lot of these women to live and to survive, because they're not thriving in these relationships. They're surviving. They have to reside in a lie. They have to reside in a fantasy. They have to in order to make it. Go look up compulsory heterosexuality. I'm gonna read some other one of these comments here. Let's see. Girl, you were a lesbian before you got big. Like what? No, she was bisexual. She was participating, thinking like, okay, society tells me I should be with guys, so let me try it. Same, he dates girls but doesn't want them because he's afraid of being gay and judged. That's a lot of men. Like I said, it applies to men and women. A lot of people need to check and ask themselves, okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? There's a lot of people who will try dating a man and just isn't sexually attracted to them. The emotions could be there because just can't get intimate, and oftentimes has everything to do with their sexuality. They're not being real. So your therapist convinced you that you were gay. That's crazy. That's crazy. No, sweetie, like that's crazy. I have a friend like this. I have a friend like this, dates men but isn't sexually attracted to them. You actually just gay is hilarious. I can relate. Sometimes you just go with what society programs you to do, and then you realize, this don't feel right. A lot of women are coming into that awareness, and then it's like you literally are in relationships with these guys, and you're like, what? Like, this is fucking weird. Like, he's weird. The way he views women is weird. What the fuck am I doing? And a lot of women realize, oh, they are sexually attracted to women. A lot of women realize, I'm not even sexually attracted to men. I'm not sexually attracted to women. I'm participating in structures that don't serve me. And a lot of women, and I am so happy that women younger and younger are coming into that realization, because then they won't have to go through all of these weird ass relationships to then come to the awareness like, oh, I shouldn't even be participating in this shit. Babies will come, honey. You just need a sperm and an egg. It doesn't matter if they're heterosexual, straight, asexual, non-binary, non-gender conforming. It does not matter. It doesn't matter. You just need a sperm and an egg. You don't need to be heterosexual to have children. So I don't want to hear nobody, oh, the gay agenda is going to eliminate society. No. Niggas been gay for years. Bitches been gay for years and centuries and eons, okay? So nothing is going to stop. Niggas been gay, okay? Heterosexual people have gay children, okay? Come on. So that's not going to stop. It's just the purpose is egg and sperm, and that's it. That's it. That's all that's needed. It's not, you don't have to be heterosexual. You don't, clearly, and you don't have to be married. None of that stuff, all of these structures that you're trying to box yourself into and walk around, a lot of it is causing you stress. A lot of it is causing you, what I heard from the Dalai Lama, needless suffering. Needless. You don't even need this suffering. But you trying to participate in structures that don't serve you, sweetheart. And it's true. It is so true. It is so true. And people are waking up, and the people who haven't, they're like, wait, no, you can't decenter men. You can't make men the last priority. What's wrong with you? You're going to die alone. And then you act like that people can't be in community with other people and be single and happy and fulfilled. Y'all don't understand that. A lot of y'all, not y'all, but y'all. You know what I'm saying? If someone of color conducted this interview, it would have gone very differently. This was so clean. Women be DL too, but y'all love to focus on the dudes. Finally, we discuss it. The women be DL too, okay? Ha! Good job, YG. Somebody said, good job, YG. I guess they're saying after that, after she had a relationship with him, she was like, this is disgusting. She was bi first. Is being bisexual a stepping stone? For a lot of people it is. A lot, and especially a lot of black men. A lot of black men will say, I'm bisexual. They really be gay. But they have to say bisexual because they don't want to be criticized for being gay. That's it. I'm not going to even go through the frosting. I'm just going to cut through the fucking cake. They don't want to be gay because we live in a society where it's heterosexual, white, right? Heterosexual, white, male, Christian. And that's the box that you have to reside in. And a lot of people are not healthy doing it. They're not healthy. They're unhappy. Needless suffering. And I'm so happy that more women are coming into the awareness that, one, a lot of these things that you put value in literally have no value. Literally have no value. None. But you need men. Yes, they could do whatever they need to do wherever they are. And I can call a professional to do whatever I need to get done. A lot of these niggas just want maids and mattresses and mules. So if you want to participate in that shit, go right ahead with these weird ass niggas. Do whatever you need to do, honey. Go to the orchard. Pick all the apples you want, my dear. And go through it until you realize, this ain't it. And I guarantee you live a longer, stress-free, level-headed life. Eddie Murphy recalls the late singer Michael Jackson, who was so shy during a party he hid behind the door. That was a funny, interview with Jimmy Kimmel. Let's see. Feds threaten to seize Chris Brown's house after he doesn't pay millions owed in back taxes. And just the other day, I reposted something where he was showing his closet, and I was like, it's just the epitome of a hoarder. Like all of these clothes, it looked like a department store. All of these clothes, just clothes and clothes, just hoarding. I think Kanye and Kim got a warehouse with all of their clothes. And I can only see keeping clothes that are like pieces, like classic designed pieces, but just keeping clothes to keep clothes, like, girl, what? Donate them clothes to people. You a hoarder. But it's just American culture, just hoard, greed, lack, scarcity. I gotta hold everything. It's just a fucking programming in so many people. Just consumption, consumption, consumption. It's really sick. Please go watch They Live. It was a movie made in 88, I think 86 or 88. I remember I was a little girl. And this Roddy Piper is in it, and he buys these glasses from, he's in downtown LA, and he buys these glasses, and when he puts these glasses on, he sees what is actually happening. He sees what is being subliminally programmed to you every single day, everywhere you look. Go watch They Live. Please go watch it. I believe it's on, you can rent it on YouTube. Go watch it. It was made in 1986. What is that, 40 years ago? Almost 40 years ago? Go watch it. Not the graffiti house. The neighbors, it looks like the feds are threatening to take Chris Brown's home if he doesn't pay nearly $4 million in back taxes. Because if he sells all them clothes, he can pay the taxes. If he sold all them goddamn clothes, he could pay $4 million. You should see Chris Brown's closet. It is such a hoarder's mess. It's so, like stuff like that, it bothers me when I see like clutter and hoarding and just like a bunch of shit. Like when I drive by people's garage doors and I see a bunch of shit, I just get like, what is going on with it? Why do you need all that stuff? You don't need all of that stuff. You haven't looked. If it's a bunch of shit and you still have it in your garage from 2020 and you haven't touched it since 2020, get rid of it. You don't need it. Get rid of it. Stop hoarding that shit. Because if you haven't looked through it, what is the purpose of it? What value does it hold? And what sentimental value does it hold? It doesn't hold anything. Get rid of it. $4 million in back taxes. It's no secret that Chris Brown is worth at least 25 times that amount, but the bills still have to be paid. According to the report from Ace Showbiz, his tax bill totals $4 million. That number is comprised of $2 million for taxes owed in 2022 year. Another is for $1 million tax lien for the same year, and a state tax lien for $739,000. While we're sure Chris is ready to pay the bills, perhaps it isn't the first thing on his to-do list. Uncle Sam has issued out a few threats. Per the report, if Chris doesn't pay, the federal government and the state of California will go after his Tarzana, California home and multiple music businesses. Girl, I don't know what to tell you. Child, the looks came out for Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay, reunion. They had on blue. I thought it was a beautiful color. We love blue. Where's the group picture? I need the group picture. We love blue. Here's a group picture. We love blue. Now, I'm going to tell you who I like, whose outfit I like, who I thought looked great. I'm looking at the group picture here. Let me look at the single pictures. Let me go back to the single pictures. I don't know about Sharice, child. Sharice, the way she was standing, child. I was like, why didn't nobody tell Sharice to lift her knee up and like poke her leg out? Like lift your knee up, be on your tiptoes with one leg. Why don't you look how look how Giselle is posed, look how Ashley is posed, look how Candace is posed, look how Karen, oh that's Robin, she looks like Karen. Look how she's posed, look how Karen is posed, look how Wendy is posed. Even underneath her dress, you can tell that Mia has her leg lifted, or her foot in front of, one foot in front of the other foot. That's how you pose, okay? And then you see Sharice, both her feet planted flat on the floor like, boom, girl. And then she's looking like this. I got it right. Did I got it right? Girl, it's a mess. Her dress was okay. It just looks like a little evening gown or whatever. Jacqueline's dress was okay. Mia's dress was okay. Wendy's dress, I didn't particularly care about it. It was giving me fantasy, like mermaid, peacock. But you know, it's a nice dress, but it's not my favorite. I think Karen looked the best. I love the Karen around the waist. I either want the sleeve to be gone or her to add another sleeve. You know, I like that. What's the girl's name? Robin, Karenika. I liked her dress. Yeah, her dress was pretty. Her dress was pretty. I like a classic dress with a, you know, little embellishment on it. I think it was simple, classic, understated, just not too much. Maybe a different hairstyle. She looked like Karen. When I first saw this picture, I had to zoom in. I was like, is that Karen? But, because I was like, did Karen get some work done? But that was Robin, child. And then Candace. I loved Candace's dress. I just wish underneath was the same color. Now, someone said it probably would have drowned her out if the dress underneath wasn't nude. I think it should have been blue, the same color, or even a lighter blue, but it should not have been nude. But I love the dress. I love the dress. I wish there was more feathers on it. Now, I think if you would have made the underling, the dress underneath, I think if you would have made that a lighter blue, maybe a lighter shade of this blue, then it would have like been like, ooh, like, yes, Candace. But that underling, I don't get it, the nude. But I like her dress a lot. Let me go back to Karen. I like Karen's hair. I like her prom updo. You know, she gives you a prom updo and a diamond drop earring. She looks really good. She looks really good. I love the, honey, the damn slit comes right up there, honey. This is a 60-year-old woman. But I do think we should have added a sleeve or maybe removed the sleeve. Because to me, I love a neck. You know, I love a neck to come down with some dangly earrings and the shoulders. Ooh, I just love it. So, like, for me, I feel like she cut off. If she would have kept the sleeves, the way the sleeves are, that would have been cute if it was another sleeve. I would like to see it with another sleeve. Not without. I think another sleeve would have been good. Okay, let's go to Ashley. I don't know. Ashley is giving me, this is like, I don't know. It's not giving nothing to me. I don't know what this is. Her shoes are cute. Her hair is cute. I would have liked a middle part. If you're going to do a bob, I don't like this hump over here. But I don't know what Ashley is giving me. I don't know. I don't know what she's giving me, honey. I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. Giselle. Now, Giselle has taken my advice. Now, you can go back and find it, honey. I don't know where it is. But I have been asking for Giselle to get rid of that tired ass hairstyle that she wears every damn reunion and give us an updo. Give us an updo. She has a prom updo with the antennas coming down to the side. Now, the dress is nice. I love a simple dress. Now, the embellishments I could have done without the breast. The embellishment coming across the breast. I think on the bicep and underneath the elbow and at the wrist, I was about to say ankle, and at the neck would have been like fire. I think the belts, yeah, I think the belt is okay. But baby, when Kempire, shout out to Kempire, he posted that picture of Kim Kardashian in the black thing talking about this is what you ordered and this is what you got. Bitch, Kim looks so fucking fly, but she didn't have nothing around her neck, her waist. Yeah. But she didn't have nothing around, and she had it was black going on. If this bitch had on a cat suit with this, if this was a cat suit and the shoes and everything came up, baby, Giselle would have killed it. But this embellishments across the titties, I don't know. But the blue, the color blue, I love this color blue Royal blue, I love it. I love you know, the all-in-one, the all-in-one with the gloves and stuff. Yeah, her toes is curving over the shoe, but we're just gonna ignore that. But yeah, and her walk, they did the walk. She looked a mess in the walk. I love the color scheme. I like, okay, so from beginning to end, I feel like Karen, Candace, Robin, Wendy's dress, the bodice should have been blue. That tan, it's just, for me, I feel like all of them, you know I'm a Virgo, I'm just going to be super critical. But I feel like all of them is just, it's like that curl that just don't, it just don't, you know, it's just it's like something is missing. I think Robin looks, nobody has anything around their neck except for Giselle. Like, I always feel if you're going to accentuate, if you're going to put something around the neck, I always feel like your hair should be up if you're going to put something around the neck. That's how I feel. Wendy. I feel like when I see Ashley's dress, I think of like a bikini bar. That's what I'm thinking of. I think she would have done better if her hair was parted down the middle. It would have been like, yeah, down the middle. Charisse and her 2 flat feet just planted on the floor. Somebody needs to show Charisse how to pose. Even then this, like, this little thing right here. Like, shout out to All True Tea. Look. She needs to learn how to pose. Because look at her feet. Girl, what is going on? And then and when you look at the group shot, everyone has one leg forward. That is, please ladies, that is how you pose. Put one leg forward, it accentuates the hips, it kind of evens you out, kind of thins you out, it gives you a better look. Please do that. Yes, even if you have to be like, wait, I gotta remember to put my foot in one another. It just really helps. And if you have on a flat shoe, get on your tiptoe like you're on heels, okay? When you do that, just please do that. I love the blue. I have to say, I really love the blue. We haven't seen a blue theme. And why is it only the black shows do a cohesive thing? Do we just know, like, what is that about? Because only Atlanta and Potomac color coordinate. The other shows be looking like a junior high school prom catastrophe. It really does. But I love it when they say, okay, we're wearing blue. Keep it light blue, royal blue. What is this? Periwinkle. Let me tell you why I love Karen's dress. It reminds me of like the bottom reminds me of like the wrapping on it would remind me of a geisha. Like, I would love this with some kimono sleeves, like the material, everything. It reminds me of like an evening night wear, honey, that you will be wearing around your house, darling, with your feather slippers on, your little fuzzy little slippers on, honey, and your glass of martini, right? I love that. I love Karen's dress. I don't like the bodice. It's okay. I love the material and the way it's draping. I love that. I really do. I just want, I would change that whole thing, keep that thing, but I would keep it like the waist and everything, but with some long kimono sleeves that drape down, honey. Yes. And keep it open too, but with the sleeves being like, ooh, yes, that would be cute. That would be cute. Mia, girl, I don't know what that's. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't like Mia's dress. Girl, what is going on? It's just regular. It's just regular. Girl, look at the way Charisse's pose. She don't know how to pose. I don't know why anybody didn't tell her how to pose. Jacqueline's dress is nice. She wasn't in the group shot, of course. Neither was Charisse in the group shot. But yeah, that's it. So anyways, y'all, take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Let me know what you thought of the dresses. Y'all know I was going to be hypercritical. Like I said, I like Karen's dress the most. And Candace. And then probably Robin. And then the last ones would be Wendy, Mia, and Ashley. Yeah. So anyways, take care of each other, protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Don't forget to look up or Google compulsory heterosexuality. And don't forget to like the video on your way out.